To every 6 to 9 year old watching this, I need an important message to deliver to you. Don't click away. Seriously, I know what you're thinking. This guy's about to call my generation cooked. But not exactly. Because while this video is definitely going to roast some of you, it's also going to defend you. Now, before everyone gets mad, I'm obviously not talking about every single kid. And before anyone asks, why are you mostly talking about boys? Because honestly, I don't have enough experience to sit here and pretend I understand every little girl either. Most of what I'm talking about comes from what I've seen online, in games, and in comment sections. And let's be honest, these are the usually dominated by little boys. Now I want to tell you a personal story. This is about the time I was 9 to 11 years old. When I was 9 to 11 years old, we had a friend group, and we would hop on Fortnite every day, and we would play for 2 to 3 hours. Now my best friend was let's codename this S. S was my best friend, other with S2 and a few other friends. But P was a really rude person. He would constantly swear at us. He would kick us out of the party, and he was just annoying. You get me? Think he was better than all of us, but he was just more annoying than all of us. And then you know what happened? This is for a few years ago, 2 to 3 years ago. You know where is P now? In a completely another school, and nobody has befriended him anymore. Why? Because he was just annoying. He just annoyed all of us, my friends, me, just made us angry and want to hit him. So now he has I can't say no friends. He has friends of his own, but we are not his friend anymore, right? And we don't like him. So moral of the story, you become annoying. You think better than all of us. You think you're the best out there. This is what happens. Nobody befriends you anymore. So yes. And another thing, if you're feeling defensive toward your parents, if you roll your eyes at their advice or push back before really listening, just pause for a second. I'm not saying you have to agree with everything they say, but just listen. Listen once, without planning your rebuttal. I know it's easy to think they don't get you, but they've been where you are. They don't want to hold you back. They just want what's best for you. So just try it. Give their words a chance, even if you don't like them at first. Because in the end, those little moments of trust can keep your friendships, your opportunities, and your future from slipping away. Now, I do have 2 little sisters, so I'm slowly to getting a grasp of that, the side of chaos on the girl's side too. But maybe that's a part 2. But for this video, I'm mainly talking about boys, because they're usually the ones I keep running into online. Now, I met some 6 to 9 years old or little boys who are genuinely respectful, funny, and surprisingly mature. But if you spend more than 5 minutes online recently, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The kid who joins a game, turns on his microphone, and immediately starts screaming. Not talking, not saying hello, just why? Who told you that was funny? And then there's the soundboard kids, you know the ones, every 5 seconds. At that point, I'm not even playing the game anymore. I'm just surviving your microphone. Then there are kids who somehow manage to type the most random sentence you ever seen in your life. You'll be opening the YouTube comment section and the top comment is something like Skibidi Sigma Ohio is Giat under a documentary about volcanoes. Brother, what does that even mean? And before you say it's just a joke, nobody cares. I know, I get it. I like stupid memes too. I laugh at brain rot sometimes, but there's a difference between making a joke and making your entire personality every trend you saw on TikTok this week. Some people can't go 30 seconds without saying Sigma, NPC, Bruce Cooks, negative aura. It gets to the point where you wonder, do you actually know how to talk normally anymore? And don't even get me started on online games. You make one tiny mistake, and suddenly a kid who still needs permission to stay up past 9 o'clock is telling you to uninstall the game forever. Relax, little bro, it's Minecraft. And also, we need to talk about online transactions. Things like buying CP in Call of Duty, gems in Brawl Stars, gems in Clash of Clans, and V-Bucks in Fortnite. I know that feeling, getting a new skin, something other than the default skin. It's fun, and for a moment, it feels cool. But the truth is, it's just a digital item. It actually doesn't exist. And I don't want you to waste your hard-earned money or parents' money on something that's gone forever as soon as the game updates. One or two transactions might be okay, but don't let it take over. Don't chase a racing at the cost of real things. And look, in 5 or 10 years or in whatever time you think is good for you, you probably won't even remember this game. You might not be even playing it. And nobody in the future is going to care what skin you had or how many V-Bucks you spent. What really matters is the skills you build now, the friendships you form, and the things you create outside of the game. Because in the end, it's just a screen and a game. And what really matters is what you do outside the game. And can we just talk about attention spans for a second? Because they're cooked. I'm not even trying to be mean. Think about it. Some people can watch a 30-second video without opening the comments halfway through. Then they leave the app, open another app, and come back. Forget what they were even watching and repeat the whole cycle. If a video doesn't have explosions, subtitles flying everywhere, Subway Surfers gameplay, Minecraft gameplay, and someone screaming every 5 seconds, people immediately swipe. Your brain gets so used to that constant stimulation that sitting down and focusing on one thing starts to feel impossible. Reading a few pages of books feels boring. Watching a documentary feels slow. Even doing homework for 10 minutes can feel like torture. And that's the scary part, because attention is like a muscle. If you never train it, it gets weaker. Imagine if you spend just 20 minutes a day doing something that actually requires focus. Learning guitar, drawing, reading, building something, editing videos, coding. At first it probably feels boring, but after a while you notice something crazy. Your attention span actually starts coming back. And once you can focus longer than anyone else, you're already ahead of a lot of people. Now here is the thing, and before any of you start typing, weren't you a kid once? Yes, absolutely I was a kid once, and trust me, when I think back to some of the things I did when I was 7, 8 or 9 years old, I genuinely want to go back in time and smack myself as hard as I could. But I wasn't some perfectly mature genius. I said dumb things. I did embarrassing things. I thought I was the funniest person alive. When in reality, I was probably annoying. And I say this with certainty. I was annoying. But the difference is, back then, I didn't have millions of people on the internet watching every embarrassing thing I did. A lot of this cringe stayed between me, my friends, and unfortunately, my family. So no, I'm not pretending I was better than you. Matter of fact, I was probably better than you. But I'm just saying I've already been through in that stage. And looking back right now, I wish someone had told me some of the things I'm telling you today. You might think I'm just hating that kids, but I'm not. Because honestly, I don't even think the problem is that you're stupid. I think it's almost the opposite. You're really smart. Every generation of human after another becomes progressively, even the smallest part, they become smarter, learn technology fast. I've seen kids figure out phones, computers, games, and apps faster than adults. Give a kid a new game and somehow they'll discover every secret in 2 hours. That's actually amazing. But imagine if you pointed that same energy somewhere else. Imagine learning video editing, coding, animation, drawing, music, 3D design. You probably get good way faster than you think. And one thing you have advantage over most generations. The internet gives you almost access to anything you want to learn. People literally teach entire careers for no price, free. And you can learn skills that adults used to pay thousands of dollars to learn for free. And that's crazy. But instead, some people spend 6 hours arguing over which fictional characters have more aura. Come on, you have so much more potential than that. Now, let's talk about respect. One thing I noticed is that some kids think being rude it automatically makes them funny. It doesn't. If your entire personality is insulting strangers, people aren't laughing because you're hilarious. Sometimes they're laughing because they can't believe someone actually said that. And there's a difference. The funniest people I know don't have to scream, they don't have to insult everyone, and they don't have to be the loudest person in the room. So they're just naturally funny. So if you're trying to be funny, don't force it. You'll even enjoy yourself more. And everyone else will too. Now I want to say something that most people don't. I actually have a lot of hope for generation. Seriously. Every generation grows up with different tools. Kids today grow up with AI, smartphone and internet from day one. That's something previous generation never had. And that doesn't automatically make you smarter than everyone before you, but it does mean you're developing different skills much earlier. And the question is, what are you going to do with these skills? Because in 10 years, nobody is going to care that how much brain rot you know from 2026. But they might care if you built a game, if you edited videos, started a business, created amazing art, or invented something useful. Those are the things that last. So here's what I want you to take away from it. Keep having fun, keep watching memes, keep laughing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But just don't let brain rot become your entire personality. By someone people enjoying to talking to. Respect other people. Use your brain for things that actually make your life better. Because if you do, you're going to surprise a lot of people. And one day, instead of people saying, that kid was so annoying, they'll say, I can't believe someone that young made something this good. You've got way more potential than you think. Now, it's up to you to prove it.